Little surprise today. I mean, this was a boiling point, and unfortunately, as you know, that Russia has attacked strategic military operations objects in Ukraine, and it's been a bit of not the best of the day to start with. I grew up in Ukraine. I lived there for almost 20 years. I have my offices, my team, my family, my in-laws live there as well. So I hope things will get better, and praying that the world countries will see how things are developing and will do some efforts to stop. Yeah. So getting back to we'll have a short session today, and just wanted to go ahead and talk to the people who are here. So I just spoke to Rohan, and then from Chennai. What is your name? A4402.
Aravind, sir.
Haran?
Aravind.
Arvind. Hello, Arvind. How are you, Arvind?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm good, Arvind. So you are from Chennai and you're planning to do your supply chain SC course, right? And IBM 1+. So I wouldn't really advise a 1+1. There is no advantage when you do this 1+1 option. Contrary, you will have to provide an extensive explanation as to why you need to study two programs, right? Most students kind of think that, oh, 1+1, then I will get 2 years of work permit. It's no big deal, but again, it complicates your explanation of the choice, why, and again, the finances and all that. Even though you're applying under the SDS, it's still not the best of the situation. But again, 1+1, not directly. If you come here, you can extend. It's no big deal. Okay.
No, sir, because of
1+1, that is definitely an easy option. If you, I would definitely advise many students to consider 1+1. The reason, you spend money for two programs with the same money, but you get 2 degrees. So it's definitely an advantage. So what is your bachelor's stream, Arvind?
BCom.
BCom. And when did you graduate and what is your percentage?
Actually, this year passed out student, sir. I'm 22.
22. And what is your percentage?
8.
80.
Yeah.
Any
My
backlogs?
12th academic, no, sir. My 12th academic mark is 44%. That's a problem for me.
It is a problem. I mean, it doesn't mean that it will be refused, but it is. But again, you've done very well, 80%. So what happened in your 12?
Actually, I get in some accident on that time, so I can't study. So that's why.
What happened? Sorry, health issues?
Hello? No, sir. Not an health issue, sir. Some bike accident on that time. So
you had an accident.
Yeah.
Okay. You can explain, and that should be fine. But however, Arvind, remember, see, the proposed program of study should be relevant to what your education in your situation. You're in commerce. So accounting and finance would be a better option. Supply chain, there are refusals, but again, a higher risk. There are approvals, but a higher risk of refusals. You really have to be very careful here, Arvind. I would, if I was in your place, I would play safe. I would go first year for advanced accounting or financial planning program.
Yeah, some of them say advanced program accounting.
Yes.
Advanced program, yeah.
Yes, I would advise you that program, and then for second program, then you could look into your supply chain if you're interested. IBM doesn't make sense. It's more about it's about everything and nothing. It is not really a job-oriented program. It provides a general education. What is IBM? You have a bit of HR, you have a bit of accounting, and every of the subjects, small courses out there, and it doesn't really give you a specific job-oriented degree. Right? When you do marketing, you're getting a marketing degree. When you're into accounting, right, you work as an accountant. When you're in financial planning, you work in financial planning. But when you work as a global business, they prepare you for an overall, business admin job. Okay, but not a specific job-oriented degree. Are you in touch with Arun from our team, Arvind?
Yeah, sir.
Right, and yeah, so think, Arvind, very important. What is your IELTS score?
No, sir. Actually, I'm normally preparing for my IELTS.
You could have taken your Duolingo, because see, the problem is because of the COVID, there's been a lot of delay with the visa processes. So many students who were unable to get acceptance for January intake, they moved their studies to May intake.
Okay.
And students who have applied for May, right, because January students did not get the seat, they have taken their seats. May did not get the seats. They have taken the September seats.
Okay.
So this is the first time I'm seeing at this pace, most colleges are now closed for September, especially Toronto. We hardly have about 4 main campus colleges in Toronto and around area. Right. So did you shortlist which institutions do you want to apply?
Yes, Yak University. That's I seen.
Then you
Arun
could
is-
have taken Duolingo, right?
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, you could have taken Duolingo English test and submitted your application, Arvind.
Yes,
Why
it
did
was.
So what, do you have a job, Arvind, now?
No, sir. Actually, I'm studying right now.
You're yet to finish your studies.
Yeah, sir. Actually, I'm in last semester right now. After that finish, I need to prepare for my Ielts and my masters. That's why.
So what you do is, Arvind, take Duolingo test. Do you know the Duolingo test?
Yes, I know, sir. I know that, sir.
Take Duolingo test and let's get started as soon as possible, because you have to plan. And York University, because of all this spillover from January and May students taking over, September will finish anytime now.
Yeah. No, sir. Actually, I'm planning from next year, 2023, because of this year, I didn't even finish my Ielts also.
January or September?
Hello, sir. 23, sir.
January 23 or September 23?
September 23, sir.
Oh, you still have a lot of time, so get your
Yes,
Okay.
Because 1 year gap will helpful for my Ielts and extra. That's why.
Don't take any gap. It's not good. It doesn't make sense for you to take a gap. When are you finishing? You're in your last semester, and when are you finishing?
Like June or July.
Okay, please don't waste your time. Try to come here for January 23 intake. Okay, it doesn't
Yeah, okay.
make sense. You don't really need you. We have been born and brought up with English. For us, passing 6.5 IELTS should be a very basic thing, and you don't need to spend 8 months of your life, right?
Okay.
Not even 8 months. If you look from July, it's more than a year.
Yeah.
Just to learn English, it doesn't make sense. Unless you're getting work experience, that's another issue. Okay. If
Yes,
you're
sir.
able to get a 1 year work experience, that makes sense.
Yeah, sir. Because of in January, there are a lot of colleges don't take a January intake. That's why I planned for my September intake because of
York
the winter
York
seasons.
is open for January intake.
Yeah. What kind of fees will be there, sir?
All the institutions have the same fees. These are public institutions. They are not private institutions competing against each other. They have a government mandate, and most of the tuition fees are about $16,000 to $17,000 per year.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank
So
you, sir.
please try for January. There is no reason for you to wait till September 23.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Okay. Be in touch with Arun and
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
yes. Sudeep.
यस सर
Yes, Sudeep. Yes.
हाँ सर मैंने 2 बार स्पाउस वीजा एप्लीकेशन की थी जब मैं स्टूडेंट पे था
Okay. So,
और
where are you from?
राइट नाउ आई एम कनाडा और इंडिया से मैं गुजरात में से हूँ.
Yes, I understand you're in Canada, but which city in India are you from?
Sorry,
Which city in India are you from, Sudeep?
I am living in Listowel, like a small town.
इंडिया में कहाँ से आप?
इंडिया में गुजरात से.
गुजरात से आप?
इधर ही देख रहा था.
गुजरात में कहाँ से आप?
Mehsana.
Mehsana से आप. Okay. Listowel is not far from. It's in Waterloo, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, मैं Cambridge में रहता हूँ. Okay. Which college did you study?
Centennial College.
You studied in Centennial College. Okay. So who was your consultant? Who helped you with this spouse open work permit?
Like one of my relatives, like he is RCIC consultant.
Mm.
Yeah, so I applied through.
So you applied for spouse open work permit when you were in study, but 2 times rejected after I got visa. Okay. How long have you been married?
Like a 2 year. I married in 21 September 2019.
21 September 2019. And when did you come to Canada?
I'm coming Canada at 29 November 2019.
29 November 2019. Okay. And at the time of application, where you married, when you applied for your study permit?
When I applied for my study permit, I was like single, not married.
Exactly. So relationship with Sudeep is very important.
Yeah.
When what is the visa officer? When you apply for the spouse open work permit, the visa officer is checking in, how long have you been married, right? How long have you, not only on documentation, because there's a lot of, unfortunately, marriage for immigration, convenience sometimes happens. It is being manipulated, the study visa. So the visa officer looks very seriously at recently, recent marriages. And आपकी situation में, you were single at the time of application, and then after you got your visa, you got married, and you hardly spent any time with your wife.
Yeah, right.
How many months did you live together as a wife and husband?
Like 1 year. We are study together in India.
नहीं, आप तो यहाँ पे आ गए ना, or you were doing it you were studying online from India.
Yeah, but like मैरिज के बाद मैं वापस इंडिया भी गया था 2 मंथ के लिए, और मैरिज के बाद मैंने 1 मंथ, बस 3 मंथ ही टोटल मैंने वापस स्पेंड किया है.
Very limited, बेटा सुदीप. Unfortunately, it is not. अभी क्या कर रहे हो अभी आप?
मैं अभी पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन वर्क परमिट पे हूँ और मेरे पास एनओसी भी जॉब है.
Okay, most likely, Sudeep, you will have to apply for, you can go ahead and try again. फिर से अभी आपका job, what is your job title and salary?
I'm like in cook in Pizza Hut, and salary is like minimum wage, like $15 per hour.
Will be difficult. Now you can try again for spouse open work permit, but most likely you will get your wife on PR when you finish your 1-year Canadian work experience class.
Okay. So can I apply for spouse visa again?
You can apply as many times you want, but again, it is very unlikely to get a visa because you haven't really spent a lot of time together as a wife and husband. And most likely, as I said, finish your 1-year Canadian work experience in a qualified job and apply for PR. That would probably be a solution for you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't want, अगर दूसरा कोई होता तो वो पहले पूछते ठीक है भाई, जैसे आपके रिलेटिव ने लिया पैसे आपसे, right? It is a lottery. I don't want to give you false assurance when I'm not confident. And many recent marriages, very high risk of visa refusal.
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, so take care. Deepak, sorry, let me just talk to one of my students, Deepak. Deepak, is everything okay, Deepak? Deepak, I can't hear you, Deepak. Okay, let me skip Deepak and go to the next person. Srikanth, are you here, Srikanth?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Good morning and good evening out there, Srikanth.
Morning,
yes.
Sir, hope you remember my case. My wife name is Shravani. So recently, 6 months back,
Hello,
a year
sir,
back.
this is Shravani. I spoke to you 10 days back, right, sir? So, yeah, he's my husband.
That Akila was not responding at that time, right?
No. We spoke on the same Zoom session, and you asked me to get in touch with Anil. It's regarding my TRV, and like I mentioned, I'm currently carrying, and I'm in India, right? So, just now we got a mail on my husband's account from the IRCC regarding his spousal open work permit, seeking additional documents, sir. So it's clearly mentioned that I'll have to provide my 3 months pay stubs. Sorry, sir.
That's a good signal. So what are you doing, Amma? Shravani, what is your current status?
Sir, right now I'm in India, sir, and I'm carrying now, right? So I
So,
spoke I
again,
spoke to you before coming to India.
yes, yeah, again. So very important, when you are in a postgraduate work permit, okay, what
Okay.
is the criteria to apply for your dependent visa?
So, sir, I actually applied it when I was in student status itself. That happened
So
back in March.
when you finish your, so we discussed this, I think we the primary requirement, Amma, when you are on a spouse of, when you are on a postgraduate work permit, it is mandatory to have a 3-month job, a qualified job, and 3 months, at least 2 to 3 months of pay stub.
Yeah. So, sir, by the time I complete,
ఒక నిమిషం. అయితే తను నేను అప్లై చేసినప్పుడు స్టూడెంట్ లాగానే అప్లై చేసాం సార్, కానీ అది ఇన్ ప్రోగ్రెస్ లో ఉండే అప్డేట్ లేకుండా ఆల్మోస్ట్ మేము మేలో మార్చ్ ఏప్రిల్ లో అప్లై చేసాము. ఇప్పుడు అప్డేట్ వచ్చింది 8 months తర్వాత. అయితే ఈ డ్యూరేషన్ లో ఆమె స్టూడెంట్ టు వర్క్ పర్మిట్ కన్వర్ట్ అయిపోయింది. సో ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళు ఇండియాకి వచ్చేసింది కాబట్టి ఆమె వర్క్ చేయట్లేదు. ఇప్పుడేమో అడుగుతున్నారు సార్ పే స్టబ్స్, అంటే ఎలా చేయొచ్చు?
That is what I am telling you. See, so once a student, international student, finishes her studies and gets into the postgraduate work permit, where did you study, Shravani? You studied in Montreal, right?
yes, sir, CJEP.
CJEP, and you went to your MB, and we've discussed many times as well. You contacted me as well. So once you are on a postgraduate work permit, your husband will be eligible for spouse open work permit only if you have a qualified job.
Yeah.
There is no other alternative to this. You know this as well. You
Yes,
discussed like this for the last,
yes.
You've been in this process for the last 1.5 years. Very
No,
different.
sir.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
different.
So the thing is,
so whatever you talk now, whatever we do, Amma, what is the requirement? When you finish your studies and get back to your postgraduate work permit, when you were going to India, I was very clear about that too as well with you. And I told you, if you go to India, if you finish your studies, if you want, if you will have to find a job. Once you finish your studies and get to the postgraduate work permit, you you explained the situation, that family issues and all that. I think we discussed about it. So without a qualified job, Srikanth, your visa will, your spouse open work permit will be rejected.
sir, in addition to that, it's clearly mentioned in the email in the bottom that we have to respond in 30 days. So there's a statement mentioned over there. So what do you suggest us to go with this situation now? Because I have nothing.
Yeah, so you have to explain the reality and request an exemption because of the COVID situation and also my personal situation. Unfortunately, it has not been possible for me, but we have sufficient finances to support our expenses when we move to Canada, right? We had an exception. One of our students, he posted, he actually had an Oxy job.
Okay.
And he requested IRCC. His wife and child were here, and he requested his IRCC, and they approved him with a qualified job. But it is a case-by-case situation, Amma. So write an explanation letter, Srikanth, explaining the COVID situation, personal circumstances with with pregnancy, and also ensure that you provide documentation to prove that you have sufficient funds to support yourself. Maybe they will do an exemption in this current situation and hope. But again, unfortunately, we've discussed this previously many times. Once a student graduates and moves into the postgraduate work permit without a job, spouse open work permit will not be approved.
ఓకే సార్, బట్ మీరు చెప్పినట్టు ఒక్కసారి లాస్ట్ అటెంప్ట్ చేస్తాము. ఈమెయిల్ చేయాలా సార్ వాళ్ళకి, లేకపోతే అకౌంట్ లోనే అప్డేట్ చేయాలా అది రిక్వెస్ట్?
So account law, we have given an option, right? So in the tab to provide this additional documents, you don't have additional documents and pay stubs to upload. So upload this explanation letter with the bank statements and medical documentation to support your case.
సో సార్ అందులో నేను ఎప్పుడు రిటర్న్ అయ్యానో ఇండియాకి అది కూడా అంటే ఇమిగ్రేషన్ దగ్గర వస్తుంది కదా సార్, స్టాంప్ పడుతుంది కదా ఇండియాలో,
You don't
అదంతా
really have to provide that is not really an issue. Okay.
ఓకే, జస్ట్ మెడికల్ సిచ్యువేషన్ చెప్పేసి.
Yes.
సో
When
వీఆర్
you return,
సీకింగ్
they
ద.
have the details, Ravani. They see it. That's no big deal.
Okay, sir. Perfect. So, sir, now we should be requesting for an approval to Srikanth or regarding this profile, because I'm really worried now. Again, if they don't consider this and we don't provide the documents in the next 30 days, if they refuse this, it'll again be a dual
cannot-
refusal for.
You cannot ignore that. You have to explain.
Yeah. So in that explanation, so we have to just provide them whatever has happened and what is the situation, just to make sure if there's any possibility they'll give him visa, or at least they'll not make this as a kind of refusal, right? Because that's going to impact the high time for him. It's
See,
okay.
well, if they are not, by law, postgraduate
Okay.
work permit, for a spouse open work permit, when the primary applicant is on is a postgraduate work permit holder, a job is mandatory. Qualified job is mandatory, right? You know that, and we've discussed this.
Yes, sir.
So you are only asking for an exemption considering the COVID situation, considering your personal, situation that you are expecting.
Okay.
Okay. So I hope it works. Give it a try. There's always some exceptions in this situation. Hope it works out. Okay.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, keep me posted. Okay, Ravani, take care.
Yeah, sir. Thank you.
Yes, bye.
Yeah, ma'am.
Vinod from Hyderabad, and then I think Vinod. Yes, please, Vinod. And the other people I don't see yet. Kindly request all the people who have joined the Zoom session to post a short message, your name and the city you are from, and I will take it forward. Okay. So Vinod, yes, please. Vinod from Hyderabad.
Hi, sir. Good evening and good morning for you.
Good evening to you. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm currently I'm working with one of MNC here in Hyderabad only. So I'm planning to move to Canada or else to US by selecting an option as H1B. So, but I'm mostly preferable to move Canada by pursuing going under by taking the IELTS and will process further like that. But what do you suggest me to clear these?
Okay. So tell me about yourself, Vinod. How old are you?
I'm 32 years old age.
And what is your current job?
It's a senior consultant.
Senior consultant in IT. Okay.
Right.
And what is your domain in IT? Are you senior consultant into software development, full stack, backend,
DevOps engineer.
DevOps, great opportunity. Nice. Okay, 32 and your DevOps. And what is your bachelor's stream and percentage?
Bachelor's is BSc. It is 56, and the post graduation is MBA. It is 67%.
67 you already have, and 56%, and BSc computer science.
Right.
And backlogs,
Yeah, there was a year gap as well. Hello.
I'm just thinking. Okay, so you
the other and I
understand.
Okay, just and I will one more query. And I got married recently, last August month. Okay, and my wife is also working, and she has done his MSc in statistics, and she is currently working as a lecturer. And she is 27 years of BSc, MSc,
BSc statistics.
Statistics and computers.
statistics and computers, and she's currently working as a lecturer.
Right.
Okay. See, Vinod, a couple of things for all the Telugu people, especially to understand, and all the prospective international students. So why are you coming? Why are you planning study abroad or moving abroad, right? So H1B as well, because of the prospects. So if there is an opportunity for you to directly get H1B, it's not bad. But again, you have to understand what is the process. Okay. You have 60,000 visas for H1B, 25,000 for masters and 60,000 for highly skilled professionals like you. Okay. So once you get your H1B, then your sponsor has to support you for your green card, and currently it is taking about 15 years. So let's start. What is the reality of you getting a H1B visa? Is your company planning to sponsor you, Vinod?
No. Another consultancy through, I'm processing it.
Okay. Yeah, so that's for you to decide. If you are okay
Yes.
waiting for 15 years for your green card, right? Then it is
Yeah,
your choice.
that is one of my option only, but I'm not sure whether what is the process is helpful to me to get it soon, and as well what will be the best option to me.
Best option for you, again, to be honest, your academics are low. You already have a master's. If there was an employment option, it would have been very good for you to come here to Canada directly on a work visa, right? Immigration, unfortunately, will be very difficult. I'm at loss to advise you, to be honest, because from work visa, direct immigration work visa will not work out for you. Work visa might be, but again, you need some big companies to sponsor you to apply for LMIA and get you here to Canada, right? So Canada, from the settlement perspective, Canada is the best option. After you work for 1 or 2 years, if you have good English skills, and if you have, for example, if you go to Alberta, they have a new tech program. If you're able to find an employer which is willing to support you, within 1 year, you will get your PR. Okay, the problem is getting those employers are very difficult. That's the challenge. So that is one, if you are considering. Second, if you're considering a different option, your wife can also be, we can consider your wife for a study visa. So your wife can come here as a study. She can study Masters in Education Leadership, and you can come as a dependent work visa, and you can work as an IT professional. Probably that would be a very practical decision for you, because as a DevOps engineer, salaries are very good. Salaries start from 125 to 150, right? So for you, if you are able to continue your employment here, that would be a great opportunity. Okay. So I would probably think that, logically considering a long-term perspective, if you are considering about settlement here in North America, get your path. I can just explain you the pathway. First is have your wife study here, okay, and after and you can come to Canada on a spouse open work permit. You can continue your employment, and if you want to live here, the government is giving you a legal opportunity, and you can apply for PR, a Canadian experience class if you have good English and 2 years of work experience, or you can apply for a provincial nomination or an LMIA if you have an employer supporting you. You can apply and you can get your PR. And after you get PR, 2 years after living in Canada as a PR, you can apply for Canadian citizenship. And once you have a Canadian citizenship, you can work in the US without the H1B visa. on a visa called TN visa. So Canada, US, and Mexico, they have an agreement, NAFTA agreement, where people, if you have employment in the US, you can work, you can get a work permit at the border, or you can apply early, ahead for the TN visa, and you can work in the US. So this is the pathway. Your wife to study, and you come as a dependent, get your work experience. If you guys decide to stay in Canada, apply for your PR. Once you get your PR, after 2 years, you apply for your Canadian citizenship.
Okay.
Clear, Vinod?
Yeah. So what about like
How did you get our details, Vinod? Did any of your friends apply?
yeah, one of my friend lives one of my friend is staying in Canada only. That is yeah, his name is Dilip.
Believe, yes. Okay. So let me, I'm not sure if you're in a Facebook group. I will.
I'm not there. Yeah, I
I
think.
sent you this Facebook group. We have a very large Facebook group, about 50,000 people. So look into that and we'll take it forward. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So this is a permanent Zoom link, Vinod. This is active
Yeah,
from 12
I have
o'clock.
been joining in this call since last week.
You spoke to Anil as well, right?
No. This is the
You did
first
not.
time. Yeah.
Okay, good. So Anil is the senior director of our India team, and he's there from 12 o'clock. And I'm here from 9, usually from 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Till 12 o'clock till 1 o'clock. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll again in touch with you or Mr. Anil.
Anil. Okay.
Yeah,
Keep me
sure.
posted. Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye. So guys, I just want to log this meeting so that I can talk to all of you. This week is the last day to submit our corporate taxes. So I have a meeting with my accountant at 12:30. I have to leave at 12. So I want to finish today early. So I've just logged it. So yes, I have after I think after Srikanth, I spoke to Vinod, Srikanth, and Anudeep. Anudeep, are you here, Anudeep?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Anudeep. You're from
And
Nova
first,
Scotia.
so first I would like to say thanks to you, sir, because one of my friends, Shweta, she got the study visa approved for the York University. So thank you so much
You
for the help.
are Shweta's, okay, I know Shweta, she's from Bihar, right?
She's from Bihar, but they live in Bangalore. So
That is
her
nice. That's very good. Yeah, I know. I spoke to Shweta and her husband yesterday. That's very nice. Thank you for it.
So yeah, no problem, sir. So the funny story is like me and Varun were colleagues in company. So he was my manager. I left that organization and I came to Canada. And then so I came to know that he also had the plans. Then I recommended Shweta to go with the study route, and they contacted you. So it has been a long journey for them, but thank you so much for all the help, sir, that you did.
Welcome. And it turns out they actually lived here in Canada previously. They were in Waterloo.
Yeah.
That's the place. Yeah. That's
so
nice.
He worked.
I'm glad it worked out. Yes.
Yeah, sir. So I have a question, sir. My wife, she completed her studies last month here, and we applied for her post-graduation work permit online. It's been more than a month, and the problem right now is our permits, including her current study permit, will expire March 31st. And luckily, she got the knock 8 job as well in Alberta. Her joining date is today. So my concern is, so there is a New Brunswick border here where I plan to do a flag polling for her to get the study PGWP. And once she gets that PGWP and 2-3 pay slips, I will apply online for my work permit and as well as
when is
for
your
my kids' study.
when is your status expiring, Anandi?
March 31st, sir.
March 31st. Yeah, that should be fine. Should be fine. Let me know if you need any help. I'll be glad to. Okay.
Yeah, only question that I have, sir. Our TRVs, the visas, were expired last year itself.
That's fine. You see, you have the permit, right? Your open work permit document.
Yeah, I have my open work permit, and she has her study permit valid.
That's fine. The TRV sticker,
Mhm.
you don't really need to. It's, uh, you know, it's only when you leave Canada and can come Canada, that is when you need the sticker. For the
Okay.
flag polling, to be honest,
Yeah, I read a couple of articles. It looks like it is not required. All that is required for
it is not
flag
required.
polling.
Yeah, it's not really required if you're just a current resident and going. But again, I hope
Okay.
it has not changed.
Okay.
Yes.
And for flag polling, I think the sealed envelope of program completion, transcripts, and her current study permit. And I think this is all that is required along with the
What did you
passport,
study?
right, sir? She completed her post-bachelorate diploma in artificial intelligence. It's a 2-year program, sir.
Where did she study?
In St. Francis Xavier University,
St.
Antigonish.
Francis. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a very small place. I was there like exactly 10 years ago. We were invited by the university and we were there for a couple of, I think we stayed overnight in the university dormitory.
Yeah, it's very, very, very small place. We are staying here with a lot of difficulty for whatever groceries we need for India, Indian groceries. We travel to Halifax
All
and
the way
get the
to
groceries.
Halifax.
Yeah, we get it for like a month, and we visit once in a while to get all those Indian vegetables and rice and all those items.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
for us here,
yeah,
we are
but
all getting Telugu movies and Hindi movies in movie theaters.
yes, but the good news, like I mentioned, she got a job in Wipro in Calgary.
That's right.
So yeah, in 2 to 3 months, we will be relocating to Calgary, and I heard that there is a lot of good Indian communities there in
We're
Calgary too.
huge. Everywhere except North Atlantic Indian communities, huge Indian communities. So I'm glad
Yeah,
Calgary is a nice place to live, Anadi. Very good.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, sir. I think I'll go ahead with the flag polling option for her
Sure, keep
this
me posted,
Saturday.
Anadi. Send me a message.
Yeah.
Are you in my Facebook or WhatsApp? Do
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have my
I'm in Facebook group, sir, and also I have you the contact number in WhatsApp.
Yeah, if you can just, if everything goes well, just post your
Mhm.
experience in our Facebook group. That will be
Sure,
helpful for us. That's well.
sure, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I'll do that, sir. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. And thanks again for referring Shweta and Varun. Appreciate that.
No problem. I have a lot more people in line, so they're doing their due diligence of completing their Ielts, all those things. So
Sure.
I'll keep all those people connected with your team,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, the easiest because there's a lot of things happening in the office. So advise them to join a Facebook group and join the Zoom. This is the
Yeah,
most easiest way to connect with us instead of calling the
yeah,
office. So
yeah.
the permanent Zoom link. Almost this Zoom link is active for 12 hours every day from 10:30 in the morning to 10:30 in the night India time. Okay.
Sure, sir. I will do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andeep, and congratulations. Glad everything is working out.
Thank you, sir. I'll keep you posted as soon as we are done with that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Prachi from Surat. Prachi.
Yes, sir. Hi. I spoke to you last week regarding that marriage issue, you remember? Like, I have managed to get my marriage certificate of in June. And
Oh
I
my
have,
God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
yeah,
Hold on a second.
yeah. I have messaged you